Alright, well, I mentioned my movie Mascot, but I'm looking at my old pitch, and let me assure you that in addition to the movie going from version 2, when I recorded that pitch, to version 5, in addition to the movie being better, I did what I said I would, and I've been pitching to other studios. I actually have a whole pitch process, and I can tell you that really quickly. There it is. I'm just going to say the pitch process like I would to one of them. What if the way for some that I am going to cut off halfway through because I don't want to give away the spoilers like I would have to do with them, and I'm not going to give you the full plot. What if the way for someone to become a better person was to first transform into something else entirely, like a mascot? My film Mascot is a rom-com in the veins of Fever Pitch because the protagonist finds a passion that turns out to be a large strain on his relationship. And also Groundhog Day for showing what can happen when you try to change yourself, including all the funny or serious obstacles along the way. The majority takes place in Providence, Rhode Island, mostly around the Johnson & Wales University campus area. The protagonist, John, was cool in high school, but is also smart. He knows college will be different, and is excited to see what it has to offer. The trouble is, John needs to find a way to travel with his girlfriend Carrie to away games, since he can't afford a car, and the buses are limited to the local areas only. He thinks becoming the mascot Wildcat Willie is the answer. The mascot travels on the bus with cheerleaders and jocks, which he knows he could never be due to a lack of sporting skills. But he will find secrecy has become an issue, and he is faced with a choice as he learns to love being a mascot. What he doesn't know is that as he does, he is going to change forever. The logline is, a college student becomes the school mascot, believing it to be the way to follow his cheerleading girlfriend to away games, but starts to have a passion for being a mascot, even as he learns he must keep the identity of the mascot a secret from all, his girlfriend included. Now, the pitch will go on to be broken down into Acts 1, 2, and 3. Now, for the sake of not giving away the whole plot, I'm only going to give you Act 1. He finds out his girlfriend Carrie is going to be a university cheerleader and will be traveling a lot with the squad to away games. Not liking the idea of her being that far away, he thinks hard and decides he has no choice but to face his dislike of mascots. As he convinces himself it's different that he's in the suit, he's blind to the real reason. When he tries out and gets the position, he finds himself suddenly facing new obstacles. Antagonist Coach Dave isn't going to make being a mascot as easy as he thought it was. Dave plans to totally change him to preserve the identity of his precious mascot, Wildcat Willie. Now, I will say that the concept of the movie overall has not changed. The plot has not overall changed. It's the character John that I have changed. This deep fear of mascots he has kind of turned into just a dislike, and he tells his girlfriend it's turned into a deep fear as like an excuse for why he's not at the games. So I'll talk a little bit about Act 2. Dave immerses John in mascot culture. He'll have to learn to dance, fake fight, and do tricks. He learns he must become something else whenever he's in the suit, and he uses classic mascot antics, like taking an unsuspecting girl. In one case, he takes Carrie, and in another case, his friend's girlfriend. He unknowingly starts to love being a mascot. What was originally for Carrie becomes for him now, and he decides he cannot give up what has become a part of him. Now, I can't go any further about the whole secrecy deal, the conflicts, what other conflicts he faces, because if I do, I would be giving away the story. Can't give away the resolution. I can only tell you that this movie it's moving. My progress with it. I'm on version 5. I'm in a professional writing course. We are working really well on this movie. And as I pitch it, there's going to come a point, I'm sure there is, where someone's going to... I've already had one request for my script. They ultimately turned it down. But the point is, if it's been requested, there's something there. So, and even the people who decide to pass on the script say that I have a high concept. I think one of my biggest things is that I haven't been pitching it properly. That pitch document I just gave you, the beginning wasn't so much. I mean, I originally portrayed this thing as a dramedy, but there wasn't all that much drama. So I've since turned it into a rom-com. I'm working on the comedy. And I realized that even though I didn't write laugh-out-loud scenes, the character of John himself is actually really funny. And it just is dialogue. So rom-com is the right way to go with this. There's still plenty of changes to be made, so long as the plot stays the same and the concept stays the same. I flipped some of the scenes too since I last pitched this. One of my third to last scene has become the final scene. Ultimately, I will say the ultimate goal it's not him for his girlfriend. The ultimate goal is him trying to become a better person, and the way he does that is by becoming the mascot. And it's going to be amazing to see how this happens, and that's why, I've dropped Cinematic Critic. Ski videos, not so passionate about. I'm even starting to watch less TV now, because what am I doing instead of turning on the TV? I am working on my Mascot script. I've never been so passionate about anything. And there are people who say, you'll forget about it, but I don't think I will. I don't think I can, because it's all up here, and this is the first idea for a movie or a book I've ever had where a complete plot has come out, and I've actually been able to take this inspiration I've had and run with a full 130-page script. So, don't say I haven't written anything, because I have. And, by God, if any of you are interested, please let me know, and I'd be happy to send you the rest of Act 2 and Act 3. But I'd be happy to send you the script. I'd be happy to just pitch it to you the whole way. Right now, my main issue is trying to find someone who can get me into the movie making industry. At this point, I'll even take a writing assignment on something totally different to prove that I can write. Then, if I do that, then there's always the possibility to say, hey, I've done this writing assignment, I've shown you I'm a good writer, would you consider taking a look at my movie? And that's actually how a lot of people get in, so... Mascot.